I'm back for today. I'm not sure how many videos I'll be able to do in the future, or at least in the next few weeks. I am currently in the middle of getting everything out of my room because I'm moving out of here and moving into college in like 3 weeks. So I'm not sure how much time I'll have to do videos in the next 3 weeks or when I'm at school. So it's all in the air right now. But nonetheless, I am here right now, and this video is the top 5 reasons why I am Team SmackDown over Team Raw. Just don't get me wrong, Raw has a lot of great people, great superstars, but there's just some things that really bother me with Raw, and which caused me to be Team SmackDown, which, I mean, if you look at the roster, Raw has better up, or bottom to top. They've kind of got a lot of guys all over, while Raw is kind of like, or SmackDown, you have a lot of top-heavy guys, but, yeah, let me explain my reasons first why I am Team SmackDown over Team Raw. First one is better GMs, commissioners, whatever the hell you want to call them. You've got to admit that SmackDown does have a lot better ones. We've seen Stephanie at the top for, let's see, 3 years now? Yeah, I think 3 years now, and her whole thing, she always has to put herself over. She always has to slap or berate someone. She doesn't put the superstars over, she puts herself over. Unlike, like Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. They don't try to get themselves over. They try to provide opportunities for other guys, and it doesn't take them a 20-minute segment to get something done. It's a few minutes on the show. They aren't the focus of the show, so that's really the first reason why I prefer Team SmackDown. Mick Foley's alright on Raw, but I've seen enough of Stephanie. It's time to kill her off TV or something. It's just so tired of that. The second reason why I am Team SmackDown is because it's only a 2-hour show. Raw for 3 hours. It's been 4 damn years already, and it's been awful. It's hard to sit through. It just drags. And I mean, if Raw condensed into like a 2-hour show, I'm sure it would be really good again. But 3 hours is just too much. You can just tell the 2 hours on SmackDown, they just fly by compared to the 3 hours on Raw, just because you can't expect someone to watch 3 hours of wrestling, and especially with like a lot of talking segments too, and everything just kind of flies by my mind. Nothing's really memorable. It's just a lot of filler stuff on a 3-hour show, while on a 2-hour show like SmackDown, you may have a little filler, but for the most part, I mean, everything that happens on the show, you'll be able to remember it, and you can focus more on a 2-hour show knowing it's only 2 hours, and that you won't have to have your mind focus on it for 3 hours. It's a much better flow, and I like it. I very much prefer that compared to the 3-hour thing. So, yeah, that's the second reason. Third reason is I prefer the commentary team on SmackDown, even though it was a lot better before they did the split. But I just really love Mauro Ronaldo as color commentator, or play-by-play guy, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, play-by-play guy. They moved JBL over. He's alright at times. He can get a little carried away and annoying, but he's fine at most times. And Otunga's just kind of there. He just took over the Saxton role. He's not as good as Saxton at that role, but he's just kind of there. Like, say, he says "wow" and just stuff like that. Just unneeded stuff. They don't really need a third person, but they put him on there. Raw does have Corey Graves, but he's not as good as he was on NXT. I mean, he's fine. He's fine on Raw and stuff, but I just can't handle Michael Cole. I've just got so annoyed by his voice over the years that I just can't listen to him for that long, and I just very much prefer Mauro Ronaldo compared to all of those guys on Raw. So yeah, that's the third reason, better commentary. Fourth reason is I feel like there's more opportunity on SmackDown. Now, don't get me wrong, there's 3 hours on Raw and 2 hours on SmackDown. How can there be more opportunity? Well, if you look at the mid-card for SmackDown, it's not really much as for established guys. You look at Raw. Raw, they have a lot of good mid-carders: Sami Zayn, Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Sheamus, a lot of people. When you look at SmackDown for legitimate mid-card guys, you may have The Miz and Del Rio. That's it for established guys. So that provides a lot of opportunity for new people like Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews, I guess Kalisto, even though he has been a champion before. People like that, they'll have more opportunity on the show, and they'll be able to show themselves off more than they would have on, like, Raw. Or at least what they did show on Raw for the, let's see, ever since Mania to the draft, so about 4 months, they didn't really get to show much on Raw, so they'll get more opportunity on SmackDown, and I feel like it'll be a lot better for them to be on SmackDown compared to Raw, instead of they'll get lost in the mix on Raw. So, yeah, that's the fourth thing I have. The fifth thing, why I am Team SmackDown, it's purely because of Eva Marie. Her segments have just been awesome, genius, ever since the brand split started. At first, there was the thing she was going to make her debut, and she came off the turnbuckle after doing her pose, and she injured her leg. And they had to postpone it till next week, and then she's tweeting about, like, pray for me. It was the toughest thing in my life. I really wish I could have performed. And the next week, she busted her top open, and that was funny as well, so she couldn't compete then. Then they postponed it till this week, and what was this week? Oh, she was stuck in traffic, and she eventually showed up. All that with her entrance and everything, with the voiceover guy. It's just so fun and so awesome. It's like, you can't deny that it's just greatness right there. It makes people want to boo her, but I'm not like most people. I stole that from Nia Jax. But I'll cheer my ass off for her. She's probably my favorite one now. So, yeah, there's that. My 5 reasons why I am Team SmackDown. If you want to follow me on Twitter, @BigBernieCool, and you should probably subscribe. So, yeah, peace out, everybody.